Jairo Boledo joins us live from the Senate. Jairo, the trial resumes at 2 p.m., but it's already been a very busy day. What's happening there in the Senate?
Yes, John. Chai, actually, Sara Duterte earlier said that she wants a bloodbath for her impeachment trial, but she won't attend the trial itself. Ang ginawa niya, nagpakita siya dito sa Senado at humarap sa media to deliver her one-line statement. She acknowledged na we are ready to ask her questions, follow up regarding her arrival, but she said sinabihan siya ng kanyang team. Tinuro niya si Attorney Powa na nagsabi sa kanya not to take questions. And as you said, she said one line. Sabi niya, in this bloodbath and bludgeoning, she will be bloodied but unbowed. And then after nun, lumabas na siya ng room. Tinanong din namin siya, nag-follow up questions kami. As you know, she leaves the room pero hindi na siya nagpa-unlock ng panayam. After nun, dumiretso na siya sa room ng kanyang mga defense team at nakipagpulong na sa kanila after less than 1 hour. Umalis na rin siya ng Senado. Itong tinanong natin bakit dito, bakit kailangan niya pa pumunta dito kung hindi naman siya pupunta ng trial. Ang sabi ni Attorney Michael Powa na spokesperson ng defense ay ayaw daw kasing ma-inconvenience allegedly ni Vice President Sara Duterte yung kanyang defense team. Total, nandito naman na sila, might as well pumunta na siya dito. The second question here is, kung kaya niyang pumunta dito in the morning, what's stopping her from attending the trial in the afternoon? Ang sabi naman ng kanyang spokesperson na si Attorney Powa ay may engagement siya with the Office of the Vice President in the afternoon. Ngayon, tinanong ulit namin, how important and big this is, itong engagement niya with the Office of the Vice President, that warranted her skipping the trial in the afternoon. Total, nandito naman na siya. Ang sabi ni Attorney Powa ay she cannot speak on behalf of the Vice President because she's no longer the spokesperson of the OVP. But ang sabi ni Powa ay may duties and responsibilities itong si Duterte doon sa Office of the Vice President. And besides that fact, ay sumasagot naman daw itong si Vice President Sara Duterte sa kanyang impeachment allegations through her lawyers. It's very important to note that the Vice President has never appeared during or did not appear during the clarificatory hearings of the House Committee on Justice. That is the mini trial that the House was referring to. Doon po sa trial na yon ay hinimay ng House Committee on Justice yung mga alegasyon laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte para malinis na yung mga allegations pagdating doon sa articles of impeachment na aprobahan ng House of Representatives. And that's what happened. After the House Committee on Justice referred that to the plenary, nagbotohan nga po itong House of Representatives. And after that, Duterte in May became the second Filipino official, the first Filipino official to be impeached twice. And then after that, when the trial moved to the Senate for the pre-trial conference, ito yung mga preliminary matters for the impeachment, hindi pa rin nagpakita itong si Vice President Sara Duterte. And what are the odds na sa second day of trial siya nagpakita? Bakit hindi ng first day? We could see this in many ways. The first thing could be the importance of today's hearing. Second day is dedicated for the presentation of the testimonial evidence of the NBI agents. We are talking about NBI agents Lotok and Kalilong, and these are the NBI agents na nag-authenticate ng video ni Vice President Sara Duterte allegedly threatening the President of the Republic of the Philippines and his family. And apart from that, one of these agents also nag-testify na allegedly itong si Vice President Sara Duterte ay nakipag-communicate, may kausap na siya na assassin to allegedly carry out itong kill plan to hurt or harm the President and his family. Iyon yung importance ng today's hearing. Kaya tinanong din natin yan kanina, hindi ba dahil doon? Hindi ba ito labanan ng optics? Hindi ba ito paninindak? Hindi ba ito to have other things or to have the public talking about other things? Kasi nga, you have those grave allegations na lalabas mamaya. So, hindi ba ito way ni Sara Duterte to divert the attention, to divide the narrative? Ang sabi ni Powa ay hindi naman daw dahil matagal na nakaplano yung kanilang meeting, nagkataon lang na sumingit sa schedule niya itong araw na ito. But at the end of the day, the fact remains that Duterte had a time, to meet with her lawyers but wala siyang time to attend the trial. Sabi nga ng House prosecution, there cannot be, hindi magkakaroon ng bloodbath kung nasa sidelines lang itong si Duterte at hindi siya mismo yung haharap sa trial. John Chai?
Jairo, was her arrival in the Senate preceded by rumors or loose talk, or did it come as a complete surprise?
John, for context kahapon, every time actually na nandito tayo sa Senate, tinatanong natin si Attorney Powa kasi amicable naman siya sa media. Lagi natin siyang tinatanong, dadating ba si VP, malalaman ba natin kapag dadating siya? Ang sinasabi kasi nila, they cannot really speak about or on behalf of the Vice President on that point. And tinatanong natin, would she be appearing? Every time na tinatanong natin yan, ang sinasabi nila ay a-attend lang daw itong si Vice President when necessary and upon the advice of her counsels. So today, walang advice, walang formal notice, pero nagkaroon ng rumors swirling around here sa Senate in the morning na dadating nga si Vice President Sara Duterte. One of the reporters actually spotted yung arrival ng Vice Presidential Security Group, the VPSG, which gave the journalists here the idea that the Vice President might be appearing. And later on, nagkaroon ng formal notice itong OSA, itong PRIB, itong mga offices ng Senate, na magkaroon ng coordination sa loob, ayusin yung mga blockings and all because of the possibility na darating nga si Vice President Sara. John Chai, what we are not expecting ay itong si VP Sara ay haharap sa amin. Because ang na-inform lang kami ay makikipag-usap sa defense reporters itong si Attorney Powa, pero after nun, sabi niya ay magsi-statement din daw at magpapa-interview si VP, pero interview but walang question and answer. Only the one-line statement na sinabi ni VP.
Jairo, Chai has a question for you.
Yeah, Jairo, my impression is, you mentioned, parang this is a sort of a media play, di ba? Parang, because if the Vice President wanted to confer with her lawyers, they could have done Zoom, they could have done Google Meet. She didn't really have to travel all the way to the Senate just to meet with them. So, tama ba yung sense ko na parang this was also her way of saying, I am here, kayong media, pansinin niyo ako, I have something to say. One short sentence nga lang, no? So parang, yun, pang-aagaw lang ba to ng media attention din? Kasi yung prosecution...
Precisely.
Go ahead.
Yeah, precisely because yun nga po, we are expecting to air dirty laundries of Duterte today, specifically yung pag-expound nung grave threat allegations niya. Yun yung fourth articles of impeachment and the first articles of impeachment to be discussed, tackled at the impeachment court. We are kind of expecting yung mag-zero in talaga itong House prosecution. Talagang i-expound nila paano nagsimula yung threats na yon, na may plano na before the Zoom, yung meltdown ni Vice President Sara Duterte, and that will be the talk of the town, especially kung may mga videos pa sila, may mga additional silang videos na ilalabas, especially during the direct examination of the prosecutors to their prosecution witnesses. Ito nga pong NBI agents, may mga tanong sila. That would be a battle of sound bites. After all, impeachment is a sui generis proceedings. Hindi po ito court of legal opinion but also court of public opinion. They are both. Kaya po importante dito yung optics, importante yung narrative. And yes, I agree, Chai. Doon sa aspect ng pagpapakita dito ni Sara Duterte, that's her way of dividing the narrative. That's her way of telling us na I'm here, pansinin niyo ako, yes, and aagaw ako ng airtime because no airtime is bad, but airtime with limited time is still better than no airtime at all. And that's what she is trying to do. Dinidivide niya yung attention. And she got it because she is now the talk of the town, at least nitong lunchtime because of her one-line statement. Isa pang bagay na important na i-highlight din doon ay yung fact na hindi nga siya kumuha ng questions. That is an indication na gusto niyang kontrolin yung narrative and she wants the media, the public, to just focus on her one-line statement and nothing else because ilang naman talaga yung goal niya. deliver yung one line na yon, and she got it kasi hindi na nga siya nagpa-interview. Yung line na yun, very, very carefully curated yon, because if we can remember, in 2025, in October 2025 precisely, to be precise, sinabi niya that she wants a bloodbath, a trial. But what happened was, hindi naman natuloy yung trial. The first time around, dahil pumunta siya sa Supreme Court para ipawalang bisa ang impeachment, articles of impeachment niya. That's what happened. And this time around, ganun pa rin. Pumunta siya sa Supreme Court, hindi nga lang siya nakakuha ng immediate relief this time, nagkaroon ng full trial, ito, ongoing na yung full trial, pero hindi siya nagpapakita. Yesterday, the House prosecutors, inuulit nila yung punto na although she's not required to personally appear and appear only through her counsels, very important na nandito siya. Well, this is about accountability. It would be a disrespect to the impeachment court not to attend. So what she is trying to do now, tapos nagkaroon din kasi ng mga comments yung mga netizens, yung mga social media users na gusto niya pala ng bloodbath, bakit hindi siya pupunta? Kaya ito siya ngayon, on the second day, pumunta siya to deliver yung statement niya na may connection pa rin sa bloodbath, to preach to the choir, to preach to her supporters that she's here, she's not afraid of her allegations, of the allegations against her, and she still wants that bloodbath. She just wants to control the narrative.
Jairo, we have many more questions for you, but I think the trial is about to start shortly. So we'll let you go for now, and we'll talk to you again